If that's all you want, wanna rub me up, I'm holding back. Tryna get me framed, throw me in cuffs. Said I attacked you, that's just a false truth. No need to argue, and yeah, I've had enough. You follow me anywhere I try to be alone, I find you there. There's more to me, everywhere I try to go alone, I find you there. You follow me anywhere I try to be alone, I find you there. Oh, there's more to me, anywhere I try to be alone, I find you there. I find you there.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What is up and what's going on? And happy Money Tuesday. Yes, we are back, ready to attack this market, ready to lock in those big time profits. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we got some opportunity in this market, guys. We just got CPI data, the SPY from 398 to 410. Like, let's go. We got everything moving on up. There's definitely some volatility in this market. Definitely need to be some opportunity to lock in those profits like we've been doing so far for the month of December. Penny stocks, we got action. Options, action. Trading futures, we got some action. So, like I said yesterday, if you're not in this market, you are missing out. This is the best time to learn this crazy, challenging, choppy market, and this is the best time to lock in some big time freaking profits. Are you guys with me? You better be with me today. You better be focused. Get ready to get prepared and dialed in to identify the best opportunities today, because we're not letting off that gas pedal. We are hitting it hard, and we are once again going to lock in some big time profits. So get yourself together. Let's make it happen. Let's have some fun. Let's get you guys educated. Let's help you guys make some profits, and let's have a fun day in this market. Ladies and gentlemen, how are y'all doing? Good morning. Traders inside of chat, Alpha Nation. If you haven't done so yet, hit me with a big old Alpha Day Trading. You know what it is. Good morning. Just like that, baby. Everybody inside the chat, hit me with a good morning. If you are over on YouTube right now at this point in time, hit me with a good morning as well. If this is the first time to the stream, where are you tuning in from? And make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, get notified when we go live, and like the stream as well. We do appreciate it, all right? That one guy, Hunter Brown, Yasmin, what's up, Joey, Mr. G, freaking Gino, Robert, Felipe, good morning over on the tube. And then everybody inside the chat. We got some new faces as well. We got some new faces inside of the community. So, team, right now, hold it down. Let's give them a warm welcome to the Alpha Day Trading community. If you are new to the community, if you've signed up in the last week, go ahead right now and say, I'm brand new. We want to give you a warm welcome to the Alpha Day Trading community. Welcome to the Alpha family. We're excited to have you here. We're excited to work with you, help you learn how to trade the right way in this market, hit your goals, unlock this freaking skill set, and absolutely make it happen. We're here to support you, not just me, but everybody inside of this community. We're all here for you. Never hesitate to ask questions, to reach out, use this community, and abuse this community, and you will find the success that you want to find. Who's new right now? Where's everybody at? All right, don't be shy. It's okay, don't be shy. Where y'all at? All right, who's brand new to the team in the last week? Rav, there we go. Chad saying first morning with the group. Chad, welcome. I know Tyler's a new face. Tyler signed up last week. Josie, welcome, welcome. Jay, we got a new face. Jay inside of chat. Yari, I know Yari. Look, we got so many new members inside of this community. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't be bashful. We are here for you. All right. So I got to quit talking. David, what's up, David? Welcome. Right? Because if I keep talking, and I keep expressing all this energy, guess what? We're not going to have time to talk about the top stocks today. And I'm pretty sure you guys want to talk about the top stocks, don't you? Right? Is it just me? Or do you guys want to talk? Okay, we're going to talk about the top stocks. Let's get it. Let's make it happen. And let's officially dive in to it. So, top penny stocks for today, right? Top penny stocks for today. And let's do this before we officially dive into our pennies. Let's go ahead and give market conditions a rating. Last week's rating was like a 12 out of 10. It was freaking hot last week, right? Let's go ahead and give market conditions a rating as of yesterday. I would say it's like an 8. It's still really, really hot, but things are dying on off quick as of yesterday. Typically what happens on Mondays will set the tone for the rest of the week. So what did we see yesterday? A pretty nice pre-market session. We locked in some great profits. Hey, this morning, the early birds getting the worm again. If you are inside of chat in the mornings, I got you guys covered. We looked at NCPL, 275 break, up over $3. The stock's trading at $314 now. I was able to lock in $400. If you were inside of chat as well, you had the opportunity to lock in profits because we were talking about this stock. We were getting you guys prepared, all right? So we're seeing a lot of good action in pre-market. Right out of the gate, some fantastic movement. But what's one thing we saw yesterday that we haven't seen the past 2 weeks? Right? Yesterday at 11 o'clock, like 10:30, 11 o'clock, everything just sold off. Like everything yesterday sold off. Like we had nothing but red across the board, it seemed like, right? Great pre-market action and then nothing. They're on HTGM, right? HARP, right? Great action out of the gate. What happened? 11 o'clock, it's done for, right? Look across the board at pretty much every single stock we had moving yesterday. You know, again, we had some great pre-market action, and then everything right around 10:30, 11 o'clock really died on off. So just think about that. Think like, hey, 10:30, 11 o'clock, things may start to drop and dump. Maybe I should be out of my positions, taking profits, not thinking, right? Not thinking it's going to be a crazy hot week like last week where things just go all freaking day, right? Things are just squeezing until the end of time. Right? We didn't see that yesterday, guys. So keep that in mind. Those are market conditions. And typically what we see on a Monday with a penny stock, as far as those types of market conditions, will set the tone for the week. But we do have some great opportunity today. And a lot of the best opportunity is not with your top gainers, right? You have good opportunity with NCPL today, right? So NCPL reporting positive revenue growth of 71%, which is fantastic. NCPL is a really, really nice hot stock today, right? We took it for the 275 break and that bad boy squeezed. Then you guys were watching this for a break of the downtrend. Really, really crappy break, I'm not gonna lie, but it's still trying to get some action. But NCPL right now is gonna be one of our top stocks to be watching here today to see if we can get that next leg up. Again, 78% revenue growth. Really, really good earnings here on NCPL. It's up 121%, trading 6 million shares. Is that impressive? Yes, because on average, it trades 40,000 and we're trading 6 million today. That's really good. And it's a nice low float stock. We know the stock can rip and run and be very volatile and make some pretty big moves today. So here's the deal. You got 275 support. Like that is your support level. That was the best breakout level today in pre-market. This is going to be one of the better levels of support, and it even lines up with some daily support as well. So bottom support right now, if we fall back below 3, is going to be 278, with top resistance here, high a day. It's actually going to be like 325, right? Why is it not 335? Well, it hit 335 one time, right? We hit 335 one time. Why are we saying 325? Well, it hit 325 1, 2, 3 times. So 325 is more valid. So 325 resistance, and if we break 325, we'll most likely see it break 335 as well, and we have a target today of 383 to $4 here on NCPL. Definitely one of our top stocks to be watching right out of the gate. Either A, for a drop on down to 275, that's where we get entries, or for a break over 325 for the next spike and the next leg on up to 383. Definitely one of our top stocks to be watching, team. All right. OPGN. For those of you that like 20-cent stocks, right, here you go. I don't do well with these really, really cheap stocks. They're just not my thing. Okay. So OPGN, for those of you that like these cheap stocks, we got a good press release here today, right? Shares are doubling after positive data announcement due to urinary tract infection, UTI, positive preliminary data from its trial. So that's a decent little press release. And then OPGN is getting some nice action to the upside, currently up 95% at this point in time here on OPGN, trading 15 million shares. Is that good? Yes, it is. Why? The average volume is 400,000. So we're trading really nice volume, and it's a low enough float stock based on the price to see some good action today here on OPGN, guys. So this is going to be number 2 for you, not for me, because it's too cheap and I just don't like these sub-dollar stocks. But what you're looking for is a squeeze formation. You got this nice little wedge right now here on OPGN. So what you're looking for this to do, if you want to take this long, is to squeeze and get nice and tight in between the downtrend and in between the uptrend, and get nice and tight, and then squeeze and break to the upside. If that happens, you're taking it long. Where? Look left. You got that prior level of resistance here at 27 cents. You got your high a day resistance up here at 28 cents, right? So it may start to break right here, right now, and it may already be doing its thing. I think you're way too late to the trade, to be honest with you, right? I definitely think you're way too late, but you have this nice wedge formation at this point in time here on OPGN, and if you break the wedge to the upside, look at your prior highs. Those are going to be levels of resistance where you should be locking in some profits. And then if we break that pre-market high, where do we think OPGN is going to be headed to next? I think we're going to start filling that little teeny gap here on that daily chart. So the gap down, spiking high, was 35 cents. I would say OPGN has great potential to 32 cents and then 35 cents. Okay, where's support right now at this point in time? You know, looking at that daily chart, support's going to be back down around 22 cents. So right now, looking at the daily chart, looking at our price action here in pre-market, you got 22 cents support. And then you also could look at this trend line, this uptrend, as support as well. Okay, we do have this little wedge formation forming here on OPGN. And if we get our squeeze to the upside and you're taking it long, look left. Where can it go? 27 cents. High a day, right around that 28 to 29 cent level. And then where to next if we break those pre-market highs? 32 cents and then 35 cents. And again, full disclosure, I am not going to be looking at this stock unless someone asks me to look at the stock. It's definitely not anything that just really fits in kind of my playbook and my criteria of stocks that I really want to be getting involved with. So if you ask me about it, I'll definitely help you guys out. But right now, my number 1 is going to be NCPL that we just discussed. And we got some great back burners, guys. Like some really, really freaking nice back burner trades. Yesterday, team, you guys got to get inside of levels, chat. You got to get inside of levels. Why? Right? This is for you guys inside of chat. I don't share this with anybody else besides you. I love you, right? So check out PH PHVS for the mid-candle breakout. Okay, beautiful mid-candle breakout on PHVS today. A break over 821 is where volume will move in and is where the best entries would be. So you know your entries are at 821. You could start looking at where you put your stop, and I'm giving you all of your targets. We have potential to spike to 862. What happened? We got our first target, 862. $10. We got our second target of $10. 1047. We got our next target of 1047. Did we ever get to that 1146? We did not. But the stock is still well above those entries at 821. So you definitely got to get inside of levels here because there's some quality A-plus opportunities. And we're basically saying, hey, this is what you have. Here's your entries. Here's your targets. All you have to do is build your plan. You're like, Josh, I don't know how to build a plan. Get your asses, excuse my language, get your butts inside of the video lessons library, type in plan or the 3A's and watch the lesson on how to build a simple but highly effective trade plan. And you're going to be like, dude, it is so fucking easy to build plans. So I can literally just look at this, right? Understand the setup, understand the strategy, understand why we're getting involved. Now I can build a plan based on my account, based on my risk tolerance, based on what I'm trying to accomplish and my goals, because I'm a trader on my own, and I can be consistent based on my goals. So get inside the video lessons library and study up and build those plans. But again, it's very important you get in here. There's quality stuff inside of levels. And I want to make sure that not only are you guys learning, but you guys have an opportunity to make money while you learn to get a return on your investment. All right. So what's for today? AM, guys, right? AM, same setup as what we saw yesterday with PHVS, possible mid-candle breakout. So AM, Steve Carby coming in clutch with his eyes here on AM for the mid-candle breakout for today. And he is 100% right because this is a fucking beautiful mid-candle breakout setup. So a break over $2, and we're going to bring this up a little bit, a break over $2 and 55 cents. We're going to go 255. It says 250 in there. I'm saying 255 is where volume will start to move back in and is where the best entries would be. We have room to 286. All right, so let me readjust. I think my dyslexia kicked in. A break over 255 is where the best entries are, and that's where volume will start moving on in for the mid-candle breakout. We saw PHVS with the attempted mid-candle breakout. It was profitable. This is the next one. I think we should definitely give it a shot. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. All right. So breaking 255 best entries and where volume is going to start moving on back in like we saw with PHVS yesterday. We have room to 286 first target, 314 second target, 346 third target, final target $4.55. AM, all eyes on this stock for the mid-candle breakout, and it's meeting the criteria to a T because this bad boy is gapping down. I love it. And then finally, Momo. Can we get some momentum? But here's the deal with Momo. Is it doing what it should for a mid-candle? I mean, look at that mid-candle. That's pretty sexy. Wouldn't you guys agree? Yeah, look at that, Josh. That's a mid-candle breakout. It's sexy. What does the best mid-candle breakout do? The best mid-candle breakout on day 3 will actually gap down below the red day. So you got day 1, big green day. Day 2, little red day, gap down. Day 3, break. What did we do yesterday on PHVS? We gapped down, then we broke. What are we doing today on AM? We're gapping down, looking for the mid-candle breakout. What are we not seeing on MOMO? We're not seeing a gap down. Could this still be a mid-candle breakout? Absolutely. Is it the best, most valid criteria-backed like mid-candle? It's not, but it's still tradable. So here's what I would say. If we can actually start to break above yesterday's spiking high, I would consider this for a trade up to $8.94 and then up to, is today Tuesday? Today is Tuesday. It felt like Wednesday for some reason. Friday's high. So you got Friday's high at 949. Yesterday's high is at 863. I'm actually going to call this 875, guys, right? We know the 875 rule for penny stocks. So if we can get a break over 875, we have some room up towards around Friday's close at 894, and then your final target on MOMO in the 940s. This is my favorite play, my favorite stock of the day. Nope, it's not. I think AMAM looks beautiful. I think we could see some continuation today with PHVS. It's on watch, and NCPL looks great. MOMO at this point in time, not the best, but I think this could be a nice back burner sleeper play. And I love a good back burner sleeper play. And I think you guys do too, because our back burner sleeper plays are absolutely amazing. So $8 support. Okay, we're starting to push above yesterday's open at 838, which is great. If we can start to see a break over yesterday's spiking high of 863, ideally 875 as well, right? We can definitely see this be a nice little back burner sleeper play that just starts sliding under everybody's radar, getting some action up to 894, and then $9.49. And then anything over $9.49, you're targeting $10 today on MOMO. That's our penny stock watch list, right? So in order, once again, from I love it, I'm definitely watching this stock right at the start of the day. NCPL, number 1. AMAM, number 2 for the mid-candle breakout. PHVS to see if we get the continuation, right? We attempted the mid-candle yesterday. Sometimes it takes 2 days for a mid-candle to fully play on out. That's why I want to watch PHVS above $8.20, just in case we see that day 2 continuation from the attempted mid-candle yesterday. All right. And then lastly, MOMO as our back burner sleeper play. Here's the deal with the SPY and the Qs. Okay. Let's things settle the first 10 to 15 minutes. Let's be honest. Those spreads are going to be wild. The SPY went from 398 and we're trading at 410. We're up like 12 points. Do you think those spreads on options are going to be a little wacky? Do you think they're going to be a little jumpy and all over the place? 100%. So sit back, relax, wait for things to tighten on up and wait for things to come back to normal. Okay, number 1. Number 2, let's kind of get a good sense of direction. Here's what I'm thinking, and here's what I would like to see. If the SPY can break and stay above 411.71, I believe we have a clear shot today up to 419.73. Like, I don't think there's a lot of resistance from 411.70 up to 419. So if we're trading above 411 today, I say I see potential to 419. I know it's another 8 points to the upside, but that's what the chart's telling me is up towards around 419.73. You can pretty much call it 420, and then to fill that daily gap up at 421.35. And here's the deal. We're looking pretty damn bullish, right? Excuse my language, but we're bullish. Look at that squeeze between your yearly downtrend and then this short-term monthly uptrend. Getting really, really tight. So we're squeezing to the upside. Good CPI data. We're above the 200-day moving average, right? We're breaking the downtrend after we just bounced off the uptrend, confirming this squeeze. And at this point in time, we are above that high. Like, this is the first time this year. I'm going to put this in perspective on how bullish this is from a technical perspective. This is the first time this year we've actually put in a higher high, like a significant higher high, right? These are significant highs. Higher high, or I'm sorry, high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, right? This is a significant pivot point. This is a lower high off the downtrend. We're above it. That's a higher high. That signals a possible reversal after we just squeezed to the upside on good CPI above the 200 SMA. Like, look at all of that and compile it and be like, wow, that's actually pretty bullish, right? So if we can hold above that prior high that we just set in here on December 1st, and we hold above that level, and we start to break above 411.71, guys, that to me screams end of year Santa Claus rally. Because let's be real. Do you really think the Fed's going to be aggressive after they saw inflation year over year and month over month come down under the forecast as well? Like, guys. And then if they are aggressive, they know that's just going to obliterate the market. The market's going to crash. I don't know, but right now I'm like 80 to 90% Santa Claus rally. Based on CPI data, based on the technicals, 80 to 90% markets move higher into the year, but there's still tomorrow, and we have to wait to see how he speaks in the conference, what they're going to be doing, what the decision is, and how the market reacts. But right now, I'm definitely leaning towards the Santa Claus rally, and we start to see the markets and these stocks move higher into the year. But again, keep it simple, 5, 10, 15 minutes out of the gates. Let's sit back and relax. We start to see the SPY above 412 today. I see a lot of great potential up towards around 419 to 420. All right, so let's have some fun, team. Let's get excited. Let's have an amazing day in this market and continue to lock in some big time profits like we have been doing for such a long time, especially here for the month of December. You guys have any questions, let me know. But again, we're all set. 15 minutes, wait on the SPY, get a sense of direction, where the market's going, let the spreads tighten on up. There is going to be some opportunity here with the SPY today, okay? But out of the gates, NCPL, number 1, followed by AMAM for the possible mid-candle breakout. And this one right now has my focus, has all of my attention. AM. Okay, and I don't want to cover up the scanners. If I'm in a trade, I'll tell you, and I'll pull my P&L back over at that time. But again, I do not want to clog up everything. You guys can see those scanners. So we start to break above that 250 and that 255 region. That's where volume starts to move on into AMAM, and that's where I start pulling the trigger there on AMAM. So I got my finger on the trigger, and I am ready to go, guys, because I want to be in before everybody else, right? I want to be in before everybody else, before the break, especially if we get that killer mid-candle breakout. Now, one thing I do want to point out with AMAM, look at your 200-day moving average at 262. That's a level of concern. So you may see it struggle at 262. So just build that into your plan and be mindful that AMAM is probably going to see some struggle at 262. But once you clear 262, you can start to feel pretty darn good about AMAM here, that the mid candle is going to start playing on out into the 286s. That's exactly what I said. AMAM. That's exactly what I said. Look inside of levels chat. We actually broke down a really solid plan here on AMAM. If you don't know what a mid-candle breakout is, I highly suggest you dive inside the video lessons library, watch the mid-candle breakout lesson before you even think about trading a mid-candle breakout. But yes, based on the technical setup we have today here on AMAM, I do believe if we start to break 255, we start to see buyers and traders jumping back in, and we can definitely see a nice little spike on up here with AMAM. Same thing like we saw yesterday with PHVS, right? We were taking entries yesterday. PHVS at 820. We had a brand new trader inside of the community lock in a killer profit over on PHVS. So 100%, I do believe we could absolutely start to see AMAM get some action to the upside over 255. Thoughts on PXMD? Yeah, let's do that real quick. This is a choppy one, buddy. I'm not going to lie. This is a choppy, pretty inconsistent looking play here. I'm not a fan of it. Yeah, this is a tough one. I mean, support would have been like 287, but we're below that level. Like, support would have been here, and we did bounce at 287, but we're back below it. So look at resistance, 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 resistance. You broke resistance last night. You came down and hit it this morning, and you bounced. Like, you actually had a nice bounce there on PXMD this morning at 287. But here's the deal. you're cracking below 287. So now that's going to turn into resistance. This is actually looking a little bearish at this point in time. But, you know, next area that I think we could see it come down to before bouncing, 248. I would say 248 would be the next area before you see it bounce. But as long as it's below 287, it actually looks very bearish. And I would definitely hesitate. With, you know, being long on that. When would this be considered a rising wedge on Meta? Carlos, hey, if you guys got, okay. If you guys had a question, right? If you guys have a question that pertains to a trade you're trying to take right now, ask it once again. If your question's general and it's not like, I have to have the answer now or I'm going to make or lose money, save that until we have some calm, right? These are not the types of questions we want to be answering right at the start of the day. We want to be focused on the trades and the opportunities to make sure we don't miss anything. But if it's one of those, guys, this is freaking urgent. This is a make or break for me. Entries, exits, profits, losses. Ask those questions right now, right? If it's a question that can wait 30 minutes, then let's make sure we wait 30 minutes and kind of get through the first 30 minutes of the day so we don't miss any opportunities, kind of like what just happened with AMAM. Right? We don't want to miss opportunities. Okay. I'm late on this trade. I'm late, but I'm in. Okay. We just started to see that break on out. AMAM for the mid candle. I don't want to be in where I'm at, but I'm still in, and I had to reduce my size a little bit. Okay. I don't want anybody missing killer trades. So again, if you have a question that's just, it's important right now, ask those, please. Don't hesitate. But if it is a question you're like, yeah, it's not urgent, it could wait 30 minutes. As long as I get an answer, I'm happy. Then again, we'll do that around maybe 10:30 when things start to maybe calm down a little bit. And make sure you guys are set to live as well, right? Make sure your live stream is actually set to live so you have a 2-second delay at this point in time. So yeah, nothing yet here on NCPL, right? Nothing here on NCPL at this point in time. I got a late fill on AMAM, and I had to scale back my size a lot, right? So I like getting in before stocks break and before they're over resistance levels. I love anticipating trades and getting in early. So I got in at 257, which isn't terrible, but my stop loss now has to be under low of day versus getting in at 240, stop at low of day. I'm in at like 257 now. Stop under low of day. So I couldn't go 1,000 shares on this. I had to scale back in the beginning at 500. All right, so right now we're going to have to just manage this one a little bit differently, but I do have a small little starter position, and ideally down in the 240s would have been best, but, you know, we've already got some great profits on the day. I see some potential, and I just know that that 200-day moving average is going to be a little bit of a concern, but let's see if we can get something to happen here on AMAM. Let's see if we can get something to happen on AMAM, guys. NCPL, nothing yet. Oh, we're on a 5-minute? No. We need to go back into a 2. It's throwing me off a little bit. You are sitting at your support level with NCPL. If you guys were here yesterday and we just discussed support and resistance and 4-to-1 setups, right? And we broke that lesson down for you guys. Check NCPL at your 275 support level. Stops right below support with high day targets. That is basically what we had discussed yesterday with just keeping it simple. 4-to-1 setups, 5-to-1 setups, you can make some killer cash in the market. So I would be watching NCPL right here above your 273 support level. If it were to go from support to resistance, that's about 50 cents to the upside, and your risk is maybe 10 cents. That's a 5-to-1 setup here, just looking at this level of support to ideally hold on up on a hot stock that has a lot of potential to get some action. MOMO is starting to dump on off here a little bit. AMAM. Yesterday's low of day was that 250. So let's see if we can hold above 250 here. PHVS, nothing yet. How's the SPY looking? We're about 9 minutes in. Still just kind of pulling back here a little bit, guys. Nothing yet. Hughes, still pulling back here a little bit. Nothing yet. But your best, your top two plays right now, you're looking at NCPL to hold above your 275 level. And then AMAM, ideally not crack below low of day. I want to point out PHVS, what it did yesterday too. Right? Spike, pull back with no volume, then it broke closer to 10 o'clock. So, right, it looked like it wanted to go, pulled back a little more than expected, still held, and still popped. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen with AMAM. I just want to put that in perspective that, hey, you know, it could still take maybe 20 minutes for that mid-candle breakout to play on out if it's going to. Like, in a perfect world, you don't want to see this below low of day. You start to see AMAM below your low of day, that doesn't really look all that great. That's when I start thinking you're coming down towards around these lows at, 219, and it wouldn't be the best looking mid-candle breakout. So right now, nice, man. You already got $1,100 on Tesla. Skyler coming in, crushing it. Good stuff, boss. Good stuff. I'm just looking at some of our prior day movers, looking to see if there's anything with a prior day mover. And not too much. Looking to see if NCPL is actually going to sit here at 275. May have an entry if it comes back above 275, but right now you're just kind of waiting to make sure it's going to hold above or not. Currently have a small position on AMAM. Nothing with PHVS at this point in time. Is there any news on FFIE? No, FFIE has just been moving the last couple of days. Right? FFIE has just been grinding on up little by little for the past couple of days. It's got some nice momentum. This stock has room to 85 cents, Hugo. We have room to 85 cents here over on FFIE if you're watching FFIE. All right, there's the support level you don't want to crack below. If this is a higher low push formation, you do not want to see AMAM back below this low here. Right? So we open, shoot straight up, first pullback on decreasing volume, starting to see our U-shaped formation, bit of a higher low, and we want to see a pullback, higher low, U-shape breakout. Same thing as PHVS yesterday. So for this to be intact, for this to look fantastic and really get that pop, we really don't want to see it back below 240. We really don't want to see it below 230. Below 230, that starts to invalidate the trade altogether. Ideally, holding above 240 shows some strength, and it still makes me 70 to 80% confident. Below 230, I'm like 50-50. I don't want to be in it. Above 240, I'm like 70%, 80% confident. I like it. There's great potential. The probabilities are in our favor. Like, I kind of want to add to it and get a better position. If I were to add to it, stops would be at 240. Cost base is 260. 1,000 shares, 20 cents, $200. I'm giving half my profits back. I'm giving half my profits back. I don't want to give back half my profits. I mean, $400 a day compounded over a month is 10 grand. The last thing I want to do is give back half my profits on one trade, but I like the potential here. mean, I may add to it, but I may manage that second position separately than the first one. Because like I said, you know, $400 doesn't seem like a lot in the moment, right? You're like, dude, $400. You got some traders out there making 10 grand. Yeah, sure, that's fine, but they're also taking 5 grand risk of trade. $400 times the average 20 trading days a month, that's 8 grand, right? Times 12 months in a year, that's almost $100,000. And to make $400 is quite easy. It's very simple. It doesn't require a lot of stress. So it doesn't seem like a lot in the moment. When you compound that out, I mean, this is a skill set that can make you 6 figures, and it takes a couple hours a day to do so. So, you know, again, putting that in perspective, the last thing I want to do is give back a solid $400 profit by taking too much size and positioning myself incorrectly on AMAM. All right, ladies and gentlemen on YouTube, I always forget. You guys are always like really, really lucky. I forget right at 9:30 because it's a really hot time that I'm still live on YouTube. Happy safe trading. Have a blessed day. You guys are completely focused. You're dialed in. You know exactly what to be watching for today, how to position yourself correctly. Have fun, lock in some profits, and make sure you guys are here tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., liking the stream, saying good morning. You got to like the stream. You got to say good morning. Come 11 o'clock. If you do that and you're still here, you'll be put on a wheel, and Mr. G Gino, the man, is going to sponsor 3 individuals for a 30-day pass inside of the Alpha Day Trading community. So if you want to be sponsored, you want a free pass, make sure you're here. 9 o'clock, liking the stream, subscribing, all that good stuff. We're going to add you to the wheel, spin it, and maybe, just maybe, you're one of 3 lucky individuals that get sponsored for a free 30-day pass to the community. All right, so enjoy your day. Happy safe trading. Stay blessed. I'll catch you guys back here tomorrow morning.